All right, so we're live with the man of the hour, Demetrius. Listen, man, everybody wants to know what's going on. We got excited that you were going to move up and try and be great and, you know, capture another world title at 160 pounds. It seemed like everything was set in stone, and then the WBO put out a statement yesterday that you would continue to defend your 154-pound title and no longer try and capture that 160-pound title against Matt Korobov. What was the reason for the change of heart?
I mean, like I told him before, you know, the same day that I found out about the WBO allowing or giving me the opportunity to fight at the 160 pound class for WBO, was the same day everybody else found out on the internet. You know, I at first I thought it was a rumor or something. You know, people making stuff up like they do. Because I haven't heard anything.
Could you start over, because I kind of lost you? I don't know if it was me or you went to a dead spot. I know I'm on a spell.
You hear me right now?
Yeah, I hear you perfectly now.
All right. Well, what I was saying was, like I was telling the people before that, you know, the first day I heard about this opportunity was the first day everybody else heard about it on the internet, online. So I figured it was like a rumor or somebody just making something up, because I haven't, you know, talked to my promoters, and my promoters haven't talked to me about it. And so, you know, it happened a few days later. You know, I'm wondering now, is this really going down, and what the situation is? Because I never said I would fight anybody and move up at 160. But the opportunity was there, and I was like, all right, well, okay, let's do some research. So we did our research. Kid Chocolate 1.4 for him to fight Korobov, but he didn't. He refused that, gave up his title. Now here's Demetrius Andrade coming out of nowhere, and I was like, all right, I'm a take this chance and opportunity to, you know, show people why I'm great at in the sport of boxing that I do. And come to find out, though, I'm not nearly getting out a damn thing that Kid Chocolate was offered, and I don't understand why, when that same amount of money should have been on the table, and it is not. So therefore, I'm not gonna just go up just because there's a WBO title shot that I already have at the 154 division, and for some chump change. Like, at the end of the day, it's a business. I'm not no dummy. I'm not just going to jump up to weight class to fight a guy for pennies. But if that offer does come around, because there's a still possible chance of, you know, that 1.4 being on the table, then yes, I would gladly get in the ring with Korobov and give him the business.
Okay, so let me get this straight. Rock Nation is no longer involved in this WBO, vacant title fight. If that were to happen, is that what you're saying? That if you were to take the fight, Rock Nation is not included, or are they included but not the same amount of money?
Nah, they won't be included, because they had their purse bid for Kid Chocolate and called back. Now that fight got canceled, so you can't just you know, that purse bid is over and done with. Now it's on to the next, new promoters, different you know, what was they gonna fight on Showtime? This is HBO we're talking, so it's a whole different thing now.
Well, the fight was rumored definitely to be on HBO. I spoke to Kid Chocolate, and that was one of his reasons, allegedly, for not doing it. He said he was a Showtime fighter. But let me ask you, I'm not 100% sure. I know that I've been following you for a while, and we've been seeing each other for quite a few years now, but aren't you also signed with Al Heyman?
Nah, I never was signed with Al Heyman.
Okay. Just making sure that wasn't one of the reasons as to why. All right, so moving forward, what's going to happen with you now? If this Korobov thing isn't taking place, what's next for Andrade? When do we see you?
You know, we're trying to figure that now, strategize who will be, you know, the perfect guy. I mean, me, I would love to get in there. You know, I heard I was looking for whoever, you know, Canelo. He was running his mouth about me James Kirtland and Joshua Kaladi, and he picked the easy way out and went with Kaladi. So, you know, I was saying to my promoters and my team, I was like, listen, if that's the case, man, since James Kirtland was already on the list, let's just get on the undercard. I'll gladly be the undercard guy on that same card, fight James Kirtland, and the winner out of us fight the winner out of whoever wins. Like, it's plain and simple.
But clearly, it's not that simple.
It don't get no easier than that. But when they heard that I was moving up to 160, somehow somehow James Kirtland and Gabriel Rosado was about to fight. How did that happen?
Yeah, that was the fight that was supposed to happen, but Kirkland turned down $270,000 for that fight. And he's just an individual that really doesn't know what he wants to do. He turns down a lot of fights.
Well, therefore, I mean, put the money up. There should be enough money for me and him to throw down on that same card that Canelo's going to be on. There's still enough time for preparation and bracing yourself to, get this ass whooping. But that'll be a exciting, excellent card. Thus far, to end this year off, it's a perfect situation. But everybody gotta stop, trying to get away with everything and just make things happen. And the money's there. It's not like it ain't there. He's turned down that much because he probably wants more. I don't blame the kid. The kid's been fighting for however long. Now it's time for people to get paid. Everybody else gets paid, but the people that need to get paid.
So now you've taken care of your mandatory, and you're scot-free to fight. Has your promoter given you any offers? Has there been anything placed on a table for you to at least turn down?
I mean, nah. That was the only thing that was brought to my attention was the callback. I have not received any other fighters or names. So right now we're trying to figure out who can we fight and what network will accept them and put the right amount of dollar amount on it. Cause that's everybody fights for that, man.
Is it at all frustrating for you that now you're a champion and it's still difficult for you to get a fight?
Yeah, definitely. Like I used to tell him when Ishe Smith was a champion at 154, everybody in their mom was calling him out, and I don't get that same feedback, because they know they're in there, they're gonna get in there with somebody that's real, that's going to fight, and that's going to be able to adjust. And at the end of the day, I will find a way to win. But it is very frustrating that, I thought that in the sport of boxing, everybody wanted to be the champ or beat the champ. And in this case, nowadays, it's about who's your team, what promoter, and who's your advisor, and that what matters the most nowadays. Not how great somebody is or special the fighter is. They got to work a little longer and harder if they didn't sign with, one of the commercial promoters, basically, or whoever has the most power right now.
Man, I feel your pain. I know that's right. Are you going to be in Connecticut watching the fight that's taking place in your division, Vanez versus Willie Nelson?
When is that?
This Saturday.
Oh, okay. It maybe I go over there and check it out.
I mean, I just asked because clearly both of those guys are fighting. They're going to be on Showtime, but they're fighting your division, and Willie Nelson has fought. Both Vanez and Willie Nelson have fought on HBO, and you yourself have fought on both networks. So I don't know, just trying to see what could happen for my boy, man, because I was really excited. I thought you were going to get that Korobov fight.
Yeah, me too. But at the end of the day, I've been in this boxing game for 20 years now. I've been 6 years turning pro. Everybody else is getting what they want, and I'm not. So I'm not just going to do what somebody tells me to do for some chump change, man. I've been doing this for too long not to for my time and for my my income not to be at where it needs to be. At the end of the day, that's real talk. Put you in my shoes. If there was 1.4 on the table, for somebody to fight that person, and he falls out, and you go take that place, you're expecting that 1.4 to be there, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Exactly.
I mean, I understand.
So, therefore, if it's not there, or not even the one, if the one is not even there, like, I'm good. Like, I'm straight. Like, or not even close to that, I'm fine. I'm good. I can sit back and stay at 154 where I belong and keep doing what I'm doing.
It's a bit unfortunate because I spoke to Ron Cass, who clearly is the matchmaker for Star Boxing, your promoter, and he was very adamant about the fact that he thought you would not only beat Korobov, but make him look very bad and thoroughly outclass him, simply because he feels that Korobov is inconsistent and just isn't on your level at all.
Definitely, I did watch a fight or two of his. I'm not I'm not no dummy. I'm gonna go ahead and see who it is I'm getting in the ring with. He seemed like a solid, strong guy. But as far as skills, talent, adjustments, and how to stay focused, yeah, he is definitely not consistent. And I will, like I said, I was gladly willing to get in there and give him the BI if that same amount of money was there for Kid Chocolate.
Now, I will throw this out there, and this will be my last question, and you can definitely think about this. If you beat Matt Korobov, you get a 160-pound title that not only Triple G wants, but HBO. And they'll be willing to pay. I mean, they gave Curtis Stevens $400,000 to fight Triple G.
I don't think that's enough to fight somebody at that.
Well, you won't. You would clearly have to receive more because you would have two titles unless you're going to vacate the 154. You would have two titles, so clearly you're more marketable. But they already like you. You already fight on their network, and now you did something that doesn't, that we don't see a lot. I'm pretty sure that they would offer you, they would have pulled out the bells and whistles for you.
Well, if that was the case, they should have done it. The bells and whistles should have came for this callback fight, so we can have even more for the DGG fight if that's the case. Because I'm not gonna do what a lot of other people do. If I'm gonna move up to 160, even though I'm gonna be the smaller guy, I'm gonna want to prepare myself to be as strong as a 160, and get physically stronger. Right now I'm set at 154. I'm not gonna be no dummy, just jump up for the money. I'm gonna sit there and get myself the way I need to get myself prepared to fight somebody that's gonna be bigger and stronger, that's been at the weight classes, and then I'm gonna just stick there at 160. I ain't gonna jump back down to 154. The 154s will eventually come up to 160, and I can see them then. But right now, I've been 154 for 9-10 years now, and I wanted to unify that division. That was my goal in this boxing career that I have, and then I would have moved up to 160. But sometimes it don't work that way. I mean, if that's a decision that I'm going to make is to move up 160, I'm gonna do it the right way. I'm gonna get myself all the way prepped and do what I was doing at the 154 division, at the 160 division.
Well, I definitely agree with that, man.
And that was kicking ass, and that was kicking ass and action for names later. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Hey, Demetrius, man. Well, thank you for returning my call, brother. Like I said, man, we wanted to definitely find out what was going on. And we appreciate you giving us the time, and we hope that something does open up. I mean, you never know. They might call you for the Gabe Rosado fight. He still doesn't have an opponent.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I doubt that might not. I don't know. I mean, if the money's right, yeah, because I actually use them for sparring, so I don't know if you want that.
Okay. I mean, it might be too short notice anyway. That fight takes place in November.
Oh yeah. Nah, it will have to be December, January for me to step back in the ring.
Okay. Well, thanks again, man, and we wish you the best, man, and thank you for giving the Boxing Voice this time.
Yeah, thank you, man, and let them know, man. Pay the boy the money, and he will definitely show off.
All right, I will.
All right. God bless you and everybody else out there.
Thank you.